Gunline, gunline, gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. So go on and pop a squat because it's about to get hot. You're on the gunline now. And as you can see, today I have a very special guest here. My two co-hosts are stuck on other duties. So I want to give the platform to one of my very good friends, a brother from another mother, surfed together. If you haven't seen him before, he's on previous podcast episodes where we discussed the cultures and also political views. And just full disclosure, he is a conservative. He does come with a conservative state of mind. He is an American first, though. And we served together in the Army. He is a veteran. So we will be talking some veteran issues. More than likely, there will be some political issues that also arise. And we're waiting for our third compadre, Lee Hunt. He'll be coming on here soon. But while he does that, I just want to give the platform and the floor to you here. Chooks, what's going on, brother? How are you? And what do you think of what the fuck is going on in the world today?
Man, well, first of all, appreciate the intro. Appreciate you having me on. As always, it's always an honor. Man, brother, I don't even. It's such a hard question. Like when you said the topic, when we said the topic was just kind of State of the Union style, where we're at as a country. It's such a hard question to attack because there's just so much going on in the country right now. It seems like it doesn't matter whether you're political or not. It's like traded every facet of our lives these days. And it's really wild. It's a really wild time to be alive. It's a really wild time to be an American. And what's an even crazier statement to say is that it's a crazy time to be an American who enjoys freedom and wants to maintain that freedom. And ultimately, I think that is, you could put everything else in it, but ultimately, to me, that is what's happening right now. Is our freedoms are under attack, and what makes it sad to me, from my perspective anyway, is that people aren't seeing it. People don't realize what all of this means, whether it's just because they purposefully ignore it, are not informed, not watching proper news outlets, and they're going to find themselves in a year or two waking up wondering, like, what in the world happened to my freedom? What in the world? I thought I was an American enjoying American freedoms. Mm-hmm. What happened to that? And that's exactly what's going to happen to a huge majority of Americans right now. Is they're going to wake up, and unfortunately for them, it's probably going to be too late. Because the damage that we're seeing right now, the damage that they're doing right now, this administration, is a lot of it's irreversible. They're going back. Everybody keeps thinking that we're going to be able to go back to go back to the norm. Like, there is no going back we're at right now. So much has happened. So much hate has been developed and nourished, and they're just feeding this divide that is happening in our country right now. And unfortunately, I don't see back from it in any kind of reasonable way. It's just impossible. They are quite literally trying to shut down over half the country right now, and it's a pretty sad state of affairs for freedom-loving Americans right now.
So let me go ahead and do a quick intro here. Our good friend, brother from another mother, who you wouldn't think he was such a great friend with our buddy Chooks here. If you read some of the text messages sometimes, but we have Lee Hunt here. We have Lee Hunt here. Thanks, Lee, for coming on here with us, brother. So I was talking with Chooks right now, introducing him and asking him, how he's doing and what he thinks about the state of affairs or the state of the union per se. In your opinion, how are things going? And that's what he was discussing just now, a little bit of everything. So I'd like to give you the floor as well. He had about a good 3 to 5 minutes. I'll give you the same amount of time. No interruptions.
No, man, it's cool. Hey, Chooks, before I start, once again, Chooks, do you remember like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, listen, man, I'm bad at surprises.
Oh, what's your surprise? You're voting red?
No, oh, God, no. Hey, Chooks remembers, but I got another surprise, man. You're probably going to get it like Saturday.
I don't think he can hear you. If you can't see him, if you're on your phone, dude, you gotta swipe it to get all three of us together. I don't know if he can hear us.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
I can't hear you, Chooks.
I just heard him.
All right, I can hear you guys again.
All right, can you see us? Can you see all three of us?
We're good now. We're good. Sorry.
Okay. All right, too easy. No biggie. So Hunt was saying that you'll be receiving a surprise here in a few days.
Yes, like I said, man, I'm horrible at surprises, but I definitely know that you will like this. If you like the last one, I guarantee you will definitely love this next one, man. I guarantee you'll fucking love it.
I appreciate your gifts.
Yeah.
Nothing says familia like a conservative onesie for your unborn child from your liberal homie.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, trust me, man, you're gonna really love this next one, man. I think you're really gonna love this next one.
See, I love this here, man. This is fucking what it's all about. This is family united and fucking, this is what we do. So
well, yeah, Chooks hit. I caught the tail end of it, but Chooks hit on it. He was saying like, there's so much hate and division in this country. And like me and Chooks' relationship that we have should be what like everybody has in this country that has like opposite opinions about shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't go to bed hating Chooks. I'm pretty sure he don't go to bed hating me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point to where we don't even just talk about politics. When was it? I think it was Sunday, man. Like I was like, yo, man, this is what's going on in my life. He was like, hey, shit, I feel you, man. And he was there to support me and talk to me about like just what the fuck is going on with me. And it was no judgment on his part. He was like, hey, man, listen, I understand shit gets heavy. I'm glad you decided, cut back on, what I'm saying, your drinking or whatever. And he was just there for me just to listen. And it was no bullshit politics.
As he sips on a fucking beer right now.
Listen, like I said,
that's
man,
support right there.
I did cut back, but I can't say nothing, man.
So with that said, Hunt, what do you think?
Before we move forward,
you're coming in. Your audio's coming in really bad, dude.
You got to put your tinfoil hat on.
It's already on. It's permanent on there. Okay?
Very off-wish. Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I was saying is,
we got you now. So for those that are just listening, he's just tweaking with his computer.
Yeah, we got you.
All right. Okay, so what I was going to say is, it's my family. Lopez, you're my family. As I love you, I would die for you. But I'm not going to hold back anymore. Like the time of me holding back from any kind of just whatever is off. So if I say anything that you find offensive, take it with a grain of salt. Love you guys. That's never going to change. But the days of me biting my tongue are over. Like we passed.
I can't really say that I'm gonna be offended. The only thing that honestly I'm gonna be offended with is if you say something about, and I know you're not gonna cross that line because I wouldn't cross it with you. If it comes to my kids, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I'm gonna be like. Yeah, that's the only thing that I can be like, yo, man, fuck this motherfucker for. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like,
I just want to say something. Wait, we've never seen Chooks. Chooks been holding back all this time. Holy shit!
Believe it or not, you restrained me.
And you know what?
I've been holding back too.
Hold on, and that's cool, man. I mean, here's the thing: we're a bunch of grown fucking folks. We're we're a bunch of grown folks. We have thick skin, and we might not see eye to eye, but I think as long as you can make your point across without having to get to the insults, then that's where the dialogue is always at. You know what I mean? but it doesn't mean that we're going to be out there like on Facebook, motherfuckers, that'd be like, oh, you're fucking retarded, da da da, because one person is as passionate with their point of view as the other person is passionate. You know, it's kind of like I'll put it to you like this. It's like going to a Muslim and telling them, yeah, you believe in 72 virgins are going to be there when you kill yourself. That's retarded. But that's what he's been taught, right? And they're going to look at us and be like, yeah, you believed in a guy that died and resurrected in 3 days. So you see what I'm saying? Both are very passionate about their beliefs, is what I'm saying. So with that being said, Hunt, the floor is yours. Tell me what you think of the state that this country is in right now.
This is what I want to hear right here.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie, man. We could be better. We could be. Now, semicolon, however, comma, that was a sacrifice that I was willing to make to get this piece of shit that I personally felt that was in office. Like, I felt he was a piece of shit. I personally believe this motherfucker was a plant. I personally believe that this motherfucker was pissing on Russian bitches and Putin had him in his fucking back pocket. I believe that he was a fucking North Korea sympathizer when his own motherfucking, like, I have the book in the room where it happens. I have it on digits. If y'all want the book, I will send it to y'all. John Bolton, this motherfucker is as far right as you can think. He's a fucking hawk. And he talks about how not only dumb this motherfucker is, how everybody in the cabinet was secretly talking about him, trying to get him fucking removed. Like, it just blows my mind.
I hate to try to reel you back in. And I'm sure we're going to get into all that here in a minute. But I want to discuss right now the state of affairs.
Once again, it could be better. It could be better.
Hold on.
It could be better.
The issue is that liberals have Trump derangement syndrome, and they will never let it go. This is why you can't have a real logical conversation with a liberal or a Democrat, because all they do is go back to attacking Trump.
To be fair,
it's the same thing with Hunter Biden.
To be fair, gentlemen, to be fair, Chooks. Hold on, but let's be fair, Chooks. Let's be fair. To be fair,
Hunter Biden.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways, like a fucking like a dike. Well, like, I can't even fucking make my own joke. Anyways, it goes both ways. All right. But here's the issue, because
the real thing is that Trump is not in office. Trump is not in power.
Okay. And I agree with you. I agree with you that I think things would probably be a little bit better if Trump would have still been in office. So right now, you know, the left has to fucking sleep in the bed they made. You know, was it worth, Hunt? I'm gonna give you the opportunity, because Hunt, you know, you never got to answer the question as far as like
what the state of our country is. It's the state of the union could be better.
Okay.
Now with that,
elaborate. Don't revert.
We are 8 months. We're 8 months into the presidency, right? 8 months. We could be better. Then I say we could be better because there's certain policies that need to be implemented. You cannot implement all these policies within 8 months. Now we have to be like, you know what? We can give you 2 years. If you want to be real about this, we can give you 2 years to turn this country around, if you will, to what you've seen was fucked up, and then try to make it better. And then, since you know that this country, that, like you said, we have our gas prices that are up, we have the cost of wood that is up, we have the cost of medicine that is up, right? If you cannot get this stuff done in 2 years, especially since you have control of Washington, right? Then that's when we need to start looking at shit heavily and being like, listen, man, you had 2 years, right, to get agendas pushed through. You had the House, you had the Senate, and you were the president. You controlled Washington. We had one party controlling Washington. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say controlling Washington, but not really, because at the end of the day, certain shit is going to go to the Supreme Court. And we all know who has the majority of the Supreme Court, right? So you don't technically have control of Washington, but you still cannot judge a president with 8 months and being like, blah, 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 blah. Okay. There's a lot of shit on this man's plate.
You mean like people judge Trump, though, within the first, before even his presidency began? Now, I don't want this to be the Trump back then show. I want to know where we're at. How do we fix it? And
the better question is, what is he actually doing to fix it? Because from any perspective you look at this, he is actively trying to destroy America. You can't argue that. Look at where our economy is.
But see,
what happened in Afghanistan.
We're going to talk about that right now. We're going to jump into that one right now, Chooks. Actually, that's going to be the next topic that we're going to jump into is Afghanistan. And here's my question to you, Hunt. Okay, 8 months, right?
Hold on, back up. Because he didn't answer the question. He gave this weird little statement, State of the Union. So you think everything's cool right now? It could be a little bit better. But everything.
That's where I was gonna get at right now.
Like I said, man, there's different things that could happen. Like it could be better. Like I understand that people.
Okay, well then let's rearrange the question. Tell me how it's going good. Tell me anything that he is doing that is good. Tell me one positive thing that's happening in our country right now.
I can tell you, like the push for infrastructure. The push for infrastructure is good. Like. Here's the deal. And this is where I'm going to say that we can give credit to the former president. So I know I see your ears just perked up, but the vaccines, right? Even though I have my opinion about them, I'm glad a lot of Americans did it, right? Under the former president, that's when the vaccine push happened. So good. Americans were doing it. Under this current president, right? After he took over, it really skyrocketed. Something positive. Okay, so now we all know the housing market is shit. We know that. Here's the deal. Now I'm going to bring in history for a second. 2007 is when the housing market started crashing, right? In 2007, it started crashing. 2008, we had a new president. The new president had to inherit a failing housing market. If you go back and do the research, you will see that in 2020, the housing market started to crash. People were foreclosing on their mortgages because it was the same shit people were getting taken advantage of with these mortgages. So now it's the same fucking process. And we cannot blame this dude when the last year that the banks took advantage of people and people were not smart enough to realize that the banks were taking advantage of them. And then it caught up to their ass again.
Okay. So let me, I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to try to reel this in a little bit. Give me a second, because I mean, we can't be beating the same dead horse every time we come on here together. We talk the same dead horse. Hold on, Chooks. Hold on, baby. Let me get a word in, brother. Let me get a word in. So, Hunt, in the past 8 months that we've had this guy as a president, I try to be supportive of whoever the fucking person is up there, whatever the puppet in chief is. I try to be supportive because at the end of the day, he is our fucking president. However, this man has not done anything that I can think of, and I don't watch the news, so I don't fucking know. But this man has not done anything, to my knowledge, that has been, damn, that shit wowed me, you know? And then the vice president that he has is completely absent. She's just fucking, I don't know. Havana virus is the last thing I heard. And then fucking, you know, let's talk about the shitstorm that he's now trying to put on Trump. That he won't. I thought the buck stops here. Those were his words. The buck stops with me. But our former president made a deadline and made a deal. Okay, if the buck stops with you, motherfucker, then why didn't you renegotiate that? So, but with that said, because I think there was a different way that he could have gone about it. But that's the story that's going on right now. So if we were on the gun line right now, as we are, if we were in the same section, if we were chilling in the back of the fucking gun, we would be talking about this pullout that just occurred. All right. I will say, thank God the fucking war is over. I will say that, you know, and I'll give props to that motherfucker having the balls for doing that. However, the way that it came about was completely neglectful, irresponsible, and fucking just downright unfucking thought out. And that's just my thought. And I'll open up the floor to Chooks. Go ahead. You go first.
I want to back up for a second because I've talked to Hunt about this before, and I've told him that he needs to take. He's in college right now. He's in school full time. He needs to throw in an economics class, a macroeconomics class and a microeconomics class, because he has no idea what he's talking about. You want to say that the banks are taking advantage of people. And in a loose kind of way, you could say that that's true. But the more accurate way to put it is that the Fed is making zero interest loans to these banks. Now, if I was a bank, I would do the exact same thing that they're doing. They're giving out these loans, 5%, 10% over market to anybody who wants a loan. It's the Fed that is causing this issue. It is not the banks. It is not anything. It is not the real estate market in general. It's the Fed who determines the rates of interest, which is why anybody in the mama is able to get these zero interest loans. Of course, the banks are going to do it. Of course, they're going to lend out any money to anybody to buy whatever.
The banks are a business at the end of the day. They're not in it for
they're just operating under the rules set by the Fed, which is the government.
Right.
So,
I'm with you. Banks to me are just legalized fucking robbery.
Exactly. So the Fed is actively trying to manage this inflation that we're in, and they do that by these zero interest loans. Here shortly, we're going to see that they can't do that forever. Here very soon, the Fed is going to increase the loan rate, and you're going to see the entire thing flip. There's going to be a crash. I'm not a financial expert. This is not financial advice.
Dogecoin.
But we are going to have a crash of some sort. How big? Who knows? But if you look at everything, it's going to be big.
Well, Ron Paul has been talking about that for a hot minute. So, Hunt, what do you say regarding the Afghanistan pullout? His pullout game is weak.
Weaker than mine. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. Like, listen, man, like I said before, man, like it was, I don't hold shit back. Here's the I'm gonna get into that, but I will say this. The difference between me and a lot of people on the right in the magazines is I will not follow Biden like he is the Lord and Savior. I will talk about him and say, listen, I don't agree with this shit. He was wrong for that. The way it happened was fucked up because it was like in the middle of the night. Me and Chooks have a disagreement about like how many are actually over there. Americans still are over there. According to the State Department, we have between 100 and 200. Chooks, hey, not to get too personal, but Chooks, but remember the conversation we had. Remember the conversation we had last night, and you're like, "No, man, there's thousands there, right?" So, like I said, that's where we differ. It just is.
Well,
like now, I don't.
Well, I think, and not to cut you off, I'll give you your platform right back. I'll give you the forum, but unfortunately, it's somewhere in between both of you guys' numbers, because if these guys don't self-report that they're there or self-report that they left, we have absolutely no idea how many people are actually there.
Now, before Hunt takes the floor back, just remember this: I don't give a fuck if it's 200. I don't give a fuck if it's 200,000. I don't care if it's fucking one. There should not be anybody left behind.
Yeah, unless they want to stay.
We are on the same page with that. That's the thing. We're on the same page with it.
Not because you're sitting here trying to make excuses for your fucking little comment.
No, I just said that I didn't agree with it. So that's not making an excuse. I said I didn't agree with it. I said that I was like, the fact that there is this many people over there, you know what I'm saying? I said from what I heard, it was 100 to 200. Now I did get cut off, but I told you before, that's not acceptable. Like, I have no problem saying that on this platform that Lopez is on, when we talk personally, I have a problem with it because they should not be stuck over there. There shouldn't be, especially if there's nobody to protect them. We have no military forces to protect them. They're pretty much on their fucking own.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're at the fate of like some bullshit happening when ISIS first rose up in, was it 2014, 2015? And they started beheading motherfuckers. They are subject to the same fucking shit.
How many of y'all have seen that picture of the Taliban flying the Black Hawk and dude dangling off of there?
They were I've seen them in the hangar. I've never seen them flying it.
I'll show you.
And here's the deal.
Hanging and flying them in helicopters, dangling from ropes by their neck from helicopters.
I haven't seen it, but it's
well, it's happening.
All right, 1 second, y'all.
Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? Just hanging people from helicopters, flying around to make sure everybody.
He straight got Scarface, bro.
So is that a video or a still?
It's both.
That's
There's
a still.
video of it.
That's still that I got. It's a screenshot that I took.
Yeah, there's a video of it. I've seen the video. They're just going in circles, dangling this person from the helicopter.
So I mean, this is
message on what they can expect.
And I mean, this is regardless of who would have been president at this time. It's bad juju. All right. I do say that if Trump would have been in office, even if they would have pulled him out, it still would have been a bad day, no matter who the president is, because one thing that Americans don't like to do is lose. All right. And we just admitted fucking defeat. And we became another dude. Yeah, basically.
How? Were we supposed to stay over there for fucking forever? Were we supposed to stay over there forever?
No, but there could have.
I told you before, in 2010, we should have fucking started leaving. Agreed. I'm sorry, 2011. Whenever we fucking killed, not we, because I wasn't a part of it, but when the Ferrari of the military, SEAL Team 6, the Tier 1 motherfuckers, when they murked fucking Osama bin Laden, that is when we should have started.
Agreed. But
You're
what I'm saying,
absolutely.
But where I say that we look like we admitted defeat is because we left unannounced with our like we're leaving a dogfight with our fucking tails between our legs. Now it's not the military's fault, because if the military say if they allow the military to fucking do what we do,
we'd crush every single one.
It shit would be done. It would be done in a heartbeat. But here's the issue: we ended up leaving, like we're leaving the country to the same people that were in power originally, and we're believing that they're going to actually make these changes. Come on now, there could have at least been some benchmarks that could have been set to at least make it seem that we're leaving with some dignity. Leave with some fucking dignity, you know.
Here's the thing,
that's my opinion.
I think you feel real passionate about it, and I can't because you were in Afghanistan. Chooks, you went to Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
Or was it we just went direct, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Right. So like, I could understand like your opinions and how you feel about that, and I'm pretty sure me and Chooks, if we're gonna talk about like Iraq and our experiences over there, we probably would have differences, if not the same, as far as like the exit with Iraq. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. So I'm not taking that away from you.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? Let's go back a second. Let's think about where we're at right now.
Okay.
So we've officially withdrawn. There's no more planes going in and out of Afghanistan right now with Americans, or we still have people back over there. We left them with over $80 billion of equipment. So the Taliban went from this overnight, basically, in 11 days or 12 days or 2 weeks, they went from being this ragtag little crew of misfits hiding in caves in Afghanistan to now they are one of the most heavily armed militaries in the world. Do you understand?
I'm just happy that they don't know how to use that shit or PMCS.
A terrorist organization that we just handed a crap ton of jets, airplanes, helicopters, weapons. We just armed them. And now your boy, Mr. Biden, the Taliban is making demands saying, we want pallets of cash. Again, if you want to get the rest of these people out, you're going to have to stop the block on the cash coming to Afghanistan.
I do want to point something out. I do want to point something out that the Taliban was in power prior to us invading them. They were the government there. They weren't considered terrorists when we were supplying them as the Mujahideen against the Russians. So they weren't terrorists then. I think that our mission, and I'll go back to a couple of podcasts that I've done prior, that I think that our mission was to disrupt Al-Qaeda. And once that got disrupted, we could let the secret squirrel motherfuckers go and handle the bullshit of murking everybody else. So what I'm upset about is that, okay, the Taliban, I think we all knew that was going to fucking rise up again in there sooner or later. They're going to take over. That's just something that I believe was going to happen regardless. The part that pisses me off is that, yeah, we're dealing with them like they're the ones calling the shots, when clearly they shouldn't be the ones calling the shots. You know, we had them all in one fucking palace, bro. We could have just dropped the fucking 1,000-pound bomb on them and knocked them the fuck out. Done.
The Moab, right? It
Yep.
dropped the Moab.
Yeah.
Now here is the deal. Like, yo, Lopez, I gotta cut you off, brother.
Go ahead, buddy.
This is your platform. This is your platform.
No, you got it.
Yo, you say we left them? We didn't leave them shit. What the? How can you expect us to fucking baby a fucking country? We baby the Afghan army, and these pussies are too fucking pussy to fight for their own country, right? And they fucking flee like that coward ass president does. We didn't leave shit. Those fucking cowards deserted their post. They were scared. They fled. They're the ones that turned over all that fucking equipment. We didn't do that shit. Those fucking cowards did that shit. That's number one. And then you talk about like we armed a terrorist organization. So you admitted, no. You admitted that the Taliban is a terrorist organization, correct?
I said.
No, I'm talking to Chooks.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was going to correct that.
They're not terrorists. No, I got something for that ass. You said that the Taliban is a terrorist organization and now they are well equipped, right?
Exactly.
So if they're a terrorist organization now, why the fuck would an American president want to invite a terrorist organization to Camp fucking David?
I heard a mic drop.
Such a strong point as you're once again attacking the guy who's not in office anymore.
Who wanted to do this shit? If you can admit that they are a terrorist organization, then you would have to be mad at an American president, any American president
Trying to
that
make
would want
peace.
to bring.
Be mad at America.
Trying to make peace.
Trying to make peace.
So he made peace.
How-
But now the terrorist organization.
That the withdrawal was going to happen if there was no plan in place. Did you think that they were just going to let us roll out and everything's going to be cool? There has to be a plan in place because
Yeah, but I don't need to bring you to America.
Terrorists or not, they still have a huge control over that population. So
I don't need to bring you to America.
No, it doesn't matter who the president was. You had to make some kind of deal with them to be able to our troops safely.
Yeah, you're right. But here's the deal. You don't need to come to America. If any kind of deal needs to be met, where's it always met? It's always met at a
They don't need
neutral
to come to
ground.
America like the 100,000 fucking Afghan refugees
No.
right now.
You said refugees, but not terrorists. So
They're
any
terrorists.
like
They've already identified
Bro.
hundreds of them that weren't vetted, that are here now, that have been identified now after the fact as being terrorists.
but that's not the group. Like I'm talking about, like, for instance, right? Every time we had to meet with North Korea, where do we do it? We do it at a neutral place. We don't do it in North Korea. We don't do it in America. We do it at a neutral place. The president and then let's say North Korea, they meet, right? The president and the president of China. Well, China, they come over here. They went to Mar-a-Lago, which is bullshit. But typically they meet at a neutral place. So if you're going to meet with a terrorist organization, meet at a neutral place. Don't bring them up. Don't invite the motherfuckers over here and show them shit. It's too easy to meet at a neutral place. What's wrong with Geneva? Meeting somewhere there. Nothing.
You're arguing semantics. You're arguing bullshit points. Like they don't. It's meaningless.
No, because you said they were terrorists.
Right now is
You just said they were terrorists. You said they were terrorists.
Fucking 7-Eleven or the fucking Eiffel Tower. Who cares?
Well, you should care. You should care because no terrorist should have.
You should care about the state of our country right now and the terrorists that your homie invited into our country right now.
Who says I just told you I care about the state of the country, that it should be better.
Trump was meeting fucking who cares?
I just said that the country could be better. So obviously I care about the country. I didn't say that the
Of
country
course it
should
could
be
be better
better.
because it can't be any worse. The only thing worse is what we're going to see in a few weeks when people start fucking dying on the streets.
But see, all right, I want to say something real quick here.
You
Obviously,
don't think it's going to happen. I promise you it's going to happen.
you know, and I see the passion in both of y'all, okay? Because last year the roles were flipped, and
Yeah.
the roles were big time flipped last year, where Hunt was the extremely passionate one, you know, and you know now it's Hunt being, you know, Hunt for some reason, like he smoked a joint, and you know, and Chooks, you know, extremely passionate with every right because you wholeheartedly believe in what you believe in, right? Now, with that said, we're gonna push forward out of Afghanistan. We're gonna push into America right now. Chooks, I saw you put up on social media an event that occurred at a school function. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, me and my wife, because liberals are fucking absolute morons, all of them. They have decided that it's cool to brainwash our kids from a very young age. So all the schools across the country are being invaded with this insane liberal ideology that it's cool to choose your gender, that fucking words, you can change them to mean whatever you want. You can identify as whatever the fuck you want. That capitalism is bad, that American flag is a racist symbol, that fucking blah blah. It just goes this insane ideology.
Right.
And they're implementing that in our kids' schools. So we went to a school board meeting, the first one of the year, just to kind of see if we could see what was going to be on the curriculum, what was going to be happening. We didn't go there with any other intent except we had never been to one. We wanted to see what was going on in our school district. And so we pulled into the parking lot. We were still in our car, and there was the cops were dragging somebody out. So obviously, my job, I'm a videographer. So my go-to is to grab the camera, start recording. I go, you got to record it. If you don't take video, it didn't happen, right? So I start recording everything, videotaping everything, and they're this guy because it wasn't wearing a mask. Now, if you know anything about Texas politics, Texas law, you know that Governor Abbott a few weeks ago, any kind of mask mandates, any kind of school mandates. So these school boards are not allowed to implement a mask mandate for these kids.
Right.
They're in the courts right now because these school boards, they decided to do it anyway because they're all liberal retards thinking that they're following the science and that masks work. We know they don't work, especially for kids. Kids have like a 0.0001% chance of dying from COVID. We know that. If you look at the stats, anybody 20 years old and under has a 0.0001% chance. I'm sorry, that was one too many zeros. 0.01% chance of dying. But yet they're putting masks on our children because science, because that makes sense.
So
out there, they were already arresting people. We went inside and they were there. Another lady you saw the video where the lady was being carried out by the hair because she refused to put on a mask. And I just kind of went there. People got up and they said their pieces. I posted a few of the speeches that parents were giving, very impassioned speeches about the one of the mothers. She has a child like in kindergarten, and her child is being forced to wear a mask all day, even while they take a nap. So come 11 o'clock when these little 4 and 5 year olds have to take a nap, they have to keep their masks on. Because health, because science, right? But then they put them on dirty food. So all day long, any one of these kids, they're walking in and out of the bathrooms where there's piss on the floor because little kids pee all over the place. And then they step all in the pee. And then they step in the classroom. So now there's pee and who knows what all kind of contaminants on the ground. And these teachers forcing them to take naps with their masks on in the piss, in the dirt. So we all got a little upset, a little heated because it doesn't make any sense. You're forcing kids to wear masks because you care about their health, but you're making them sleep in piss with their masks on. It doesn't make any sense.
So first of all, I still sleep in piss. There's nothing wrong with it. No, I'm playing.
Yo, I've woken up in piss sometimes.
I wake up in piss on drunk nights. You know what I'm saying? But no. Listen, I know we got 3 minutes. Let me make a couple of points.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll come back and you can start it off with your points. You can counterpoint. With that said, y'all, the reason I'm gonna cut it out because I get tired of fucking getting cut out in the middle of a fucking recording. So we're gonna go ahead and come back here in a few minutes. Well, it'll be a fucking 3 seconds for y'all. But in the meantime, I want y'all to go ahead and go visit Red Leg Custom Woodworks, man. Go ahead and go get yourself, if you were an artilleryman, you need to go check him out. Get yourself a 105, get yourself a 155. He fucking does all the custom work himself. It's made out of wood. And this man is fucking, to me, he's an artist. That's an art. It's not made in China. It's made in America. by a fucking true American redleg. So y'all go ahead and check him out. When we get back over here, we're gonna go ahead and start off with Hunt and his counterpoints to Chooks, if any, because I think if one thing I do know about Hunt is that when it comes down to the Rona and kids, I think we're all in the same, but maybe I might be wrong. We'll catch y'all here in a few seconds. All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm waiting for Hunt to come on as well as Chooks. We've had a pretty good, passionate discourse right now. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's actually been a little more civil than I think than past ones. I'm kidding. But we are bringing them back on right now, and we are recording, gentlemen. So just waiting on Hunt to come back. There's the chair. It's all about the chair. Anyways, looks like Chooks isn't connected on the audio yet. And there's Lee Hunt. All right, fellas. Are we good? How we get on audio?
We're good. Are we recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording. Did you need me to pause it?
No, man. Maybe afterwards. Because like I said, man, Chooks knows I hate surprises. And I kind of want him to see this shit, man, because I'm excited for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know. Huh?
Surprise me. Wait.
Let it be a surprise, man. Let it be a surprise.
Man, fuck.
Hold on. Hey, did you show Lopez what you got me the other day?
No, I didn't, man. I didn't.
Real quick, hold on.
All right, too easy. So in the meantime, while he's getting that, let's hear your counterpoints, man, before he gets to jump in.
No, I like this shit. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right?
Yeah.
The reason, there's obvious reasons why I fuck with. Y'all know him as you see him on the screen. It says Elijah Machuca. Y'all probably call him Machuca, but I call him Chooks. Like we call him Chooks. A reason for that, like we literally was about to fight some motherfuckers at the front gate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I'm always gonna fuck with this dude because I know when the rubber hits the road, this motherfucker's gonna have my back. You know what I'm saying? So politics aside, beat him.
I'm about it.
Yeah. Like politics aside, I know at a heartbeat that if shit pops off, he'd be like, yo, fuck this politics shit. Let's roll. You know what I'm saying?
See, politics don't define the brotherhood. Because even within the family, if you go to any family's reunion, that is tight. Yeah.
That's badass, dude.
Hell to the yeah. And it's gender neutral. Look at your woke ass.
Oh my God. Man. No, man, but I was like, I was doing that shit and I was like, man, I was like, damn, man, I really hope he loved this shit, especially free since 1776 and show the Statue of Liberty. I was like, man,
we loved it, bro. We appreciate it.
You know what? I'm gonna have to work on something. Thanks for bringing me that idea. I got something for that ass. But man.
Movies, man. So
last we were talking, let's go ahead and pick right back up where we were at.
Let me go and get in the angry black guy mode real quick.
Come on now. But no, fucking honestly, for folks that don't understand, this is truly how we talk on the gun line. We fucking have passionate conversations about all kinds of shit. And yes, sometimes there's alcohol involved because if you're an E5 and above, more than likely you're gonna have some alcohol with you.
Can't confirm or deny.
That's just standard data.
If you're in any branch of military and you don't have an occasional beer, by occasional
in the field,
you're doing it wrong. Because
if you never shot a fire mission with a bit of a buzz going, are you really an artilleryman?
Man, my first sergeant, I ain't gonna say his name, but the last first sergeant that I had when we went to NTC, him and his driver both were getting lit at night, and he was like, I know y'all packed some shit. He thought it was me and two other chiefs. So we had 6 sections. Me and 2 other chiefs he fucked with. So he was in Hawaii with one chief. Myself and the other chief, he met us here at Hood. He was like, yeah, I can fuck with y'all. But he was like, I know y'all packed some shit.
Let me ask you.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Now let me ask you, what was his race?
He was white.
Okay, yeah, he must have been from down south.
Yep.
Brother, hey, I fuck with listen, man. He is one of when I say I would definitely go to war with this motherfucker was a badass. He had everybody. Keep in mind, I retired as a staff sergeant. He told the sergeant major, I don't care how many sergeant first classes you got. Hunt is going to be my fucking platoon sergeant.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I will fuck. If he go to war, I'll go to war with him. I'll probably be like, damn, Top, why you choose to do this shit, man? That DD-214 was looking good. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. All right, so let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay, so the topic at hand is you talking about one. You said that kids have a 0.001 chance of, you know what I'm saying, getting COVID, right? Now, here's the deal.
I think he meant dying from COVID.
Okay, dying from COVID. So they're still going to get it. They're still going to spread that shit. Now, if kids, American kids, have that chance, right? Why? And you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, it's this low of a chance. It's no big deal. But we are talking about American citizens in a foreign country that could potentially die. And we're worried about them, but we're not worried about the 0.001 kids that can die from this shit. That's that blows my fucking mind. Like I'm gonna play.
One can prevented, the other cannot. We can't control. Everybody says
it could have been prevented if they'd got their ass on the plane.
And we're gonna get back to normal. There is no beating this virus. You can't beat it. It's here forever. It's something that people are gonna be dealing with forever. Afghanistan, on the other hand, it's a very controlled mission. It should have been a very controlled mission. It obviously wasn't. It went to hell, went to crap. You can control Afghanistan. You can control the movement of troops. You can control the movement of civilians to the airport. You can control these. You can't control an airborne virus. I'm sorry. You just can't.
No, I never said you could.
I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick, and y'all might hate me for this. Don't care. But I will say that aside from the lives that were lost, you know, tragically, that was a hell of a fucking mission that the Air Force did, and the troops that were down there.
It was.
Anybody that's ever been fucking retrograded or fucking moved out from one place to another, y'all know what it was like fucking redeploying. That shit sucked balls. And to fucking move all those people that fast, I gotta give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying?
It would have been. I would give them credit if they were actually moving American citizens and not fucking Afghan people.
Granted, now that I agree with you on that. Now I don't know who was brought over and who was not. I know that what I do know. Again, I don't watch the news. This is all just me talking on my ass. So, from what I have seen is, we fucked up as an American. I say we in the royal we as in America, including Biden because he still is the president, by leaving bats and hides devices over there, which, you know, kind of gives shit away of who we are, where we are, who we had in the system.
They didn't leave it there. They handed it over.
They did not hand it over. This country did not hand over shit. The Afghanis that were pussies and didn't want to fight for their country left that shit.
Biden himself said this afternoon in his press conference that we gave the Taliban information to help get true American citizens from the scattered countryside into the airport. We gave
that's not bats and hides.
All that information. We gave them lists of Americans.
Yeah, and you know what? I will say this, man, is wrong.
The president himself said it, so don't tell me that.
No. Bats and hides is one. Bats and hides is one thing. Bats and hides is one thing. We put terrorists in bats and hides. Now, should he have left that information to the Taliban? No, because ain't no telling. Okay, listen,
he gave it for him. He gave it to him.
That's the thing. Well, I'm talking about the bats and hides. Now, should we have gave the contact information to the American people? No. What I believe should have happened. Keep in mind, this is me disagreeing with the president that I voted for. I'm not ashamed to disagree with him. What should have happened, you have the CIA, which has I don't know if y'all heard it. It's called SAD, right? CIA has SAD division, right? Special Activity Division. They could have activated SAD. They could have activated Delta. They could have activated SEAL Team 6 to help get these motherfuckers out instead of telling the Taliban, hey, we got John Smith over here in Providence, buttfuck Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But once again, this is me that have a liberal that voted for the president that's not afraid to come out and say, like, you fucked up when you did this shit. You were wrong.
You know, how fucked up are you?
Do that shit.
How fucked up are you when the media that is your biggest fucking supporter turns around? You know, Can we? Okay, I did see something you talked about though, Hunt, about impeachments. About people are saying quick to impeach Biden, and so you stand by not having to impeach him, or these are not impeachable offenses.
They're not impeachable offenses.
Are they?
Now,
are they impeachable offenses?
I wouldn't even think they would be impeachable offenses if Trump would have did the shit. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I know Trump's not the president, but if Trump would have did this, I would say no. This ain't something that needs to be impeached. Okay. I would say that the Democrats are over fucking reaching and they're fucking acting stupid.
So you're standing by that. You don't think that what he did at this time by pulling out and leaving Americans stranded out there, that's not an impeachable offense.
Such a disrespectful statement, and that is exactly what is wrong with the left. The words that just came out of your mouth right now. Think about this: we until y'all got a hold of it, we were the most powerful fucking military in the entire world, and you want to tell me? Let's forget about the pullout. Let's forget about how crappy all that stuff went in Afghanistan. Let's talk about right now, here today, what is going on. We have, let's just go with your number. Let's say we have hundreds of American citizens stuck in Afghanistan. And you're perfectly fine with them saying that we don't have the assets, we don't have the resources to be able to go in and get them right now, today. Why is Biden blocking SEAL Team Delta and blah, blah, blah from going in there and get them? We can go get everybody out of there. We could destroy that country in a matter of hours. We could have every American citizen out there in a matter of hours.
When did I ever say I was comfortable with that with American citizens? I've never said that I was comfortable with Americans being left behind.
Bring up Trump.
Go ahead. I was never.
This was Trump's fault.
I never said that I was comfortable with any Americans being left over there. Never once.
But they're there, and you're cool with it.
No, I just said, once again, I never said I was cool with it. If you look back at the beginning of this, I said, no, there shouldn't be any Americans left over there. There's no cause for it. I believe I said one is one too many.
Why aren't we going to get them? Why isn't your side pushing to go get them?
Hold up. I got AOC on. I got AOC. No, I got AOC. I'm finna call AOC.
I don't give a fuck about that skank bitch.
Hey, that's my wife.
They went into Congress today, and every Democrat walked out on the Dan Crenshaw got up there and he said, we need to be over there getting them right now. Every Democrat got up and walked out.
Okay.
You guys.
Once again, you know, hey, I'm a liberal, but I'm a liberal. But once again, have I not said repeatedly that there shouldn't be any fucking Americans left over there? Yes or no?
But they're there.
And they shouldn't be. So you have liberals.
Let's go get them. Your side walked out of the.
Okay, but you have normal, rational thinking that don't get paid from outside interests, fucking liberals that believe that there should be something happening and then Americans should have got out first. So I got it. Just like there's bullshit that I don't agree with the fucking powers that be that sit in Washington and they have outside interests and they play their bullshit games, right? And the right is scared to call them out. I'm not scared to call the fucking left out when I'm like, listen, y'all are wrong for this shit. Fuck your special interests. Get these motherfuckers out. They should have been the first ones on the plane. And I got it. There you go. And here's the deal. I got it. On liberal media, on liberal media, it says that these people wanted to stay, right? No, that is bullshit. It don't matter if you wanted to stay. You need to get your ass on this plane and get the fuck out because no one is going to be here to protect you. So I don't give a fuck what you want at this point. Get the fuck out of this.
Let me go take a look at your TikTok real quick. Let me go take a look at your Instagram. Let me look at your Facebook. Did you post any of that right there? Did you post we should be over there getting our troops? I've said we should get our troops. Yeah, we should be over there right now rescuing an American.
I've said we should. I said there's no troops that should be left behind. Now, as far as my TikTok,
I can look on one of your pages right now, and I can see that you're publicly advocating for this.
Not Instagram because no, because Instagram is pictures. Instagram is pictures. Facebook is just posts. Now TikTok, them motherfuckers banned me again. So you can't find shit on my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, let's just get it clear. So there's nothing on any of your social media platforms advocating for the return of American citizens to American soil.
Yes, on my Facebook is.
And talking bad about the president for not doing
Yes, on Facebook it is. On Facebook it is. I think I even went live talking about how Biden is fucking up. I went live. I'm 99.9% positive. I went live and said, Biden, you're fucking up.
Not 100% positive.
Not 100% because, like, where's my Jack Daniels? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking, man. But I'm 99% positive.
Let me ask y'all a question. I've been trying to look for this bitch for the past couple of minutes, but I can't find her. But
AOC?
Oh, God, no.
That's my
no.
boo. Woo! And she Puerto Rican.
And you could keep that nasty bitch.
And she Puerto Rican.
But she could get fucking jawed as quick as that other bitch that I'm about to talk about right now.
Ashley Babbitt? Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I'm talking about that dumb soldier bitch, that fucking staff sergeant that came out there talking about martial law.
Ashley Babbitt that deserved what she got. They got fucking shot in the face.
No, I'm talking about the dumb soldier bitch that came out there talking about, oh, if they declare martial law and you don't do what I tell you to do, you're gonna get shot pretty much.
Yeah, the one with the little buzz cut shit. Yeah, fuck that National Guard bitch.
Yeah.
People.
I mean, how do y'all feel about that? I mean, if your government told you that, first of all, what is wrong with that dumb bitch? Anybody want to defend her? Anybody want to play devil's advocate?
Liberal privilege. There's no way you can you can't defend that kind of statement unless you're a fucking liberal. So I don't know.
I don't know. I think there's liberals out there that probably go against that. I mean, you have your far left and you have your far right. And then you have your left and your right. Then you have the centrist.
Yo, matter of fact, this is something I'm glad that I'm here with Chooks right now because this reminds me of shit before I got banned. Right? So can I kind of briefly talk about one of our personal conversations?
Yeah, I've been waiting for y'all to fucking. Did we ever talk about your counterpoints?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I didn't hit on the P one, but I know that like in one of our previous conversations, Chooks, you have mentioned like Marxism, right?
Black Lives Matter? Absolutely.
No. I'm talking about Karl Marx.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So what's crazy is you talked about him, but did you know what this motherfucker was talking about? Like, yo, fuck that. Keep your guns. Don't fucking trust the government.
No.
And like it's crazy because like before I had got banned on TikTok, I had posted. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. If you think you're finna come in my house and fucking hang up any flag, first of all, you're talking about breaking into my house. Bad idea. I live in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Horrible idea. I was like, I got something for your ass. And then it's crazy because I was like, everybody was like, I guess you never heard of the saying, if you go far enough left, you get your guns back. Karl Marx, the man that you hate so much with this whole Marxism, communist, he was an advocate for every civilian owning guns and the government not taking away their fucking guns.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, the fuck he was.
Do you know what Marxism is? Have you ever studied Marxism? Have you ever read what the ideology is? You haven't. It's funny because you're sitting here promoting it, but you've never.
I'm not promoting Marxism. I'm promoting the fact that this motherfucker was like,
hey. You promote Black Lives Matter. That's Marxism.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? If I'm promoting, no. If I'm promoting Black Lives Matter, right, and Black Lives Matter is a fucked up organization, right? And anybody that support Black Lives Matter is kind of fucked up in your opinion, right? Because Black Lives Matter is fucked up, right?
Pretty much.
So tell me how the fuck David Duke, who was a Grand Wizard, supports Trump. So every motherfucker that supports Trump because David Duke supports him is fucked up?
You can't control your supporters.
Oh, now we can't control the circumstances.
People can follow who they want to follow.
So can Black Lives Matter? So you got all these Klan people that support Trump, right? Right? You got all these Klan people that support Trump.
Your argument makes no sense at all.
It does.
It doesn't. Black Lives Matter itself is an organization. Anybody who follows it is following Marxist ideology.
Okay, Karl Marx, right? So here's the deal. Every red-blooded American believes in the Second Amendment, right? Every true red-blooded American believes in the Second Amendment.
Not liberals. Not Democrats. They want to take them from you.
Okay, so what am I?
Confused? I don't know.
Karl Marx, and I quote, under no pretext should arms and ammunition be surrendered.
Did you use
Any attempt to disarm the worker must be frustrated by force if necessary. That's kind of like the Second Amendment.
But you have to think about the bigger context of what Marxism is. You have to think about, of course, he's going to tell you little bits to pump you up, but the whole point of Marxism is to destroy and take everything from you. Oh yeah, keep your guns while I destroy your fucking life, and I take everything from you.
But that's why I got my guns to keep you from doing this shit.
But at the end of the day,
I got my guns to keep you from fucking getting out of control. Just like the Second Amendment gives us the right. The second matter of fact, I'm finna Google that shit so I don't fuck it up.
A well-organized militia.
Second Amendment. Second. Hey, I love Google.
The right to bear arms shall not be infringed.
Being necessary to secure a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Same week, different day. Same Kool-Aid, different flavor.
You can defend Marxism all you want, but
I'm not defending Marxism. I'm defending the fact that, like, you hated Marxism, but at the core, he was talking about
not hated, not past tense, hate.
Yeah, but he still supported the idea that people should keep and bear arms.
It's current.
So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, don't all fucking forms of government or ideology pick and choose what they want to use in order to expand their fucking reach? You know,
yeah, they do.
I mean, Christians do it. The Christians do it by fucking talking about the book of Leviticus all the time about, you know, gayness and shit like that. You know, and they'll pick and choose.
Deuteronomy is when it is actually when
Leviticus has all the laws in it, though, right?
Deuteronomy has a lot of the laws. So right. Leviticus just repeat what Deuteronomy says.
So what I'm getting at, though, is they're willing to choose on, they're willing to pick on that, but however, they forget where it says, you know, love each other as you would love yourself, you know, the golden rule, all that good stuff, you know.
Listen, I can't love y'all the way I love myself because I ain't trying to touch y'all.
Oh, no, man. Hey, no, we know what you do with yourself. You know, we know.
I ain't trying to love y'all like that.
You know, you're growing another finger. That lets us know.
Hey, did you guys watch that? I posted the other day. It didn't get a lot of views because my accounts are crushed. Like whatever, censorship's real. That video I posted, that Joe Rogan, the statement that when he did on his show, and then that guy remixed it into like that crazy video.
I honestly I haven't watched a lot of shit. Bro, I have to get on there like that, man. The only thing I get is your it's not stories. What is that shit when you post? What is that shit? The stories?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Not the actual post, but the stories.
Yeah, no, trust me, nobody sees my stuff. My
That's the only thing I get is that, like,
that's odd.
The only thing I get is like the thing at the top of like my Instagram that has your picture on there, and I click on that. Yeah, that's the only thing that I get.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a trip. Speaking of censorship is fucking real. Let's be real on that shit.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, you know, I've been censored. I'm censored.
Fucking, I know I post shit out in certain words will get you no views, and I'm okay with it. My shit is just word of mouth.
Right. But the whole point that Joe Rogan, he was talking on his show, and he, just click on my page and look at the video. That's the only way you'll see it. It's not going to pop up in your feed. You have to actually go look for it.
Okay.
It's only like a minute and a half long, the video. He's saying anytime America is the first country in the history of the world that it's the first experiment in self-governance. And he's saying, so what makes everything that made America great is because of the freedom that we have because of our Constitution. And the most powerful thing out of the whole thing was he said, anytime anything to impede on that, anytime somebody tries to take any of our rights, doesn't matter what it is, any rights as an American citizen, you need to question it and you need to be worried, because we are the experiment. We are what holds the world together right now. If you take America out of the picture, the entire world collapses into communism overnight. China will rule the world. It's a simple.
Dude, China and Russia are dealing with Afghanistan now. They're like, they, and even the Taliban were like, yeah, you know, hey, these guys are working with us. They're talking about that. But here's the thing about what I will say about America. Love America. It's my country, born and raised.
Go watch it though.
I will. I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to go ahead and share it also on the Facebook. So here's one thing I do have to say about America. Not everything that was written for everybody at the time.
Yeah, because I just pulled this shit up. And I was finna come for that ass.
So, I mean, you know, because I think that us weren't included in that conversation when they were having it. However,
matter of fact, did you know that was the second paragraph?
Hold on. Luckily, it is a living document. It is something that can be changed and ratified. You know,
that's a liberal talking point. Is that?
It's a liberal talking point. It literally says in the second paragraph in the Constitution literally says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's right.
All men. So in 1776, were there Indian people in America? Were there Hispanic people in America? Were there black people in America? There were, right? Now, did those people have these inalienable rights? Fuck no. They didn't have those rights. So how do we
got them now? Look at us now.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
We have them now, and we have to make changes. We have those rights now. Matter of fact, stand by because I got some more heat for that ass.
So no, what I'm saying is obviously
it's dumb. It's a dumb talking point.
It's not a talking point. It's the reality of it. I mean, there was a time when folks wouldn't be allowed to vote. You know what I'm saying? So there are some things that need to be fixed. Now, of those, I'm not saying that
even after freedom, we couldn't vote. We had to have another amendment to the Constitution to give people like me, like y'all, the right to fucking vote. We had to fucking do a bus boycott in the 1960s.
Right, and that's what we're saying. But
so
it's not a liberal talking point. So what I'm saying is a liberal talking point.
So 180 years, 190 years had to pass by for there be another amendment, since every man is created equal and should have the pursuit of life.
But here's the thing, Hunt. Here's the thing. Now, again, like Chuk said, America is a great experiment. We are an experiment, and with all experiments, there are going to be some downfalls to it. You know what I'm saying? But
there still shouldn't have to keep being these fucking downfalls after how many years? After how many years we still got to have downfalls?
Well, it depends on what you perceive as a downfall.
No. Stop right there. Because this is fucking insanity.
It's not insanity.
Before 1770, 1783 when it actually went into effect. But let's just say 1770. Before then, thousands of years. Did you, any one of us have any fucking rights? No, we didn't, man. We were all fucking slaves. We were all nothing. It took America to stand up the world and create this system. Was it perfect when we did it? No, it wasn't, because at that time, slavery was worldwide. Slavery is still worldwide. So
I agree.
Complaining about slavery.
I agree. But hold on, I'm not going to sit here and say that my ancient people were savages, because they weren't. I think that they had a good civilization. The fucking Mayans, they had a pretty good thing going until the Spaniards came. You know what I'm saying? So, but why were they? I'm just saying.
Say that. Hey, trust me.
That's plain semantics. I mean, that's plain semantics.
How did Mayans take care of business? They tossed people off cliffs.
If need be. You know,
and the Mayans had
but they also built some badass pyramids.
Black people had slaves.
But also,
because that was the world.
Right, that was. But what I'm saying is,
everybody had slaves.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting at.
Slaves, man, here's the difference.
But America isn't the end all be all of greatness.
It was the treatment. It was the treatment in the way that people had slaves. No other country treated the slaves the way that the fucking Americans treated them.
Oh, I don't know about that, Chief.
Bro, are you serious? So you tell me? Oh no. So you tell me where any other country put slaves with fucking masks on their face so they couldn't eat for fucking days. I can tell you a place that they would whip them to build a fucking pyramid for thousands of years. Don't say Egypt, because we know the aliens did that shit.
Those things, we've seen them. We've all seen it. We've all been to college. We've seen that. But guess what? In other countries, they wouldn't do that. They would just fucking kill you. Get out of here with that.
Oh my God, yo. Come on. Ain't no other country treated their slaves like the way America treated their fucking slaves.
When you say America, are we talking about America as the continent itself? Because I guarantee you that in Central America, in South America, and Cuba, and all those Caribbean places that had slaves, I'm guaranteeing you they weren't treated as nice as you might think.
Matter of fact, you know what? I don't care about them fucking countries. I don't care about them countries because I'm not Cuban. I'm not South American. I'm a fucking American. And I care about the way that fucking Americans, I care about the way that Americans that were born in America and born into slavery while claiming that all men are created equal.
I agree on that.
Even though I'm fucking born in America, but I'm not created equal, I'm still fucking nothing but a fucking nigger to a lot of motherfuckers. I ain't a piece of shit. My fucking people could be raped and it's just thought as property. That's what I fucking care about.
What I care about is that you think that you guys have the monopoly on motherfucking being raped and tortured and killed.
No, we don't. We don't think we have a monopoly.
Every society in existence has dealt with more.
I don't care about the Roman society. I don't care about the Israeli society. I don't care about the Egyptian. I don't care about the English society. I'm a fucking American. I care about what the fuck happened in America. That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck about them.
With that said, good passionate discourse. With that said, America is an experiment and we have progressed and everybody has the same, hold up, now it's my turn. Everybody has the same motherfucking opportunity to be successful in this country. Everybody. I don't give a fuck. That bullshit of like what happened a couple, I'm not going to say it was a long time ago. In theory it was. But you know what? Even up to a couple of decades ago, it was difficult being a minority in America. All right. However, that excuse can go out the fucking window now because I think everybody has the same fucking opportunity to progress. Now, do some people have head starts? Some people do, and some of those people with head starts, they eat shit and they don't make nothing of themselves. And then there's people that come out of
cry about being a victim all day.
Exactly. I don't cry about it. I don't cry about it. I don't be about it. I do it. You know what I'm saying? I just fucking do it. So
when you recognize something, so let me say this, right? If I recognize something that's crying about it, right? Because I can be like, yo, man,
depends. What are you recognizing?
I have never said that people don't have the opportunities. Once again, Chooks, we've talked about this shit in our personal conversations. And you even was like, hey, Hunt, can I bring this up about your child? And I was like, yeah, man, go ahead. Adrian has I'm in this motherfucker's corner to be a lawyer. I'm his biggest fucking supporter.
Right.
Like I put my foot in my mouth when he was like, Dad, so the class I'm in is like a pre-criminal justice class. Like we're going to get the chance to be lawyers, the prosecute and the defense. And we're going to be the jurors. And I'm like, Adrian, are you sure you want to be a lawyer? He's like, yeah, Dad, I want to be a fucking lawyer. Well, he didn't say fucking, but he's like, yeah, Dad, I want to be a lawyer. That's what I want. And I was like, Adrian, if you're going to be a lawyer, then fuck this shit, man. I will keep going to school and I'm going to be a fucking dentist. I will be a DDS. He was like, Dad, are you serious? I was like, yeah, man. Like, I'm going to match your fucking passion. No one is holding my son back.
Damn
and
right.
I got it. He's fucking half Guatemalan. He's half fucking black. No one is holding him back this day. No one. I understand that. So I'm not saying that, like, I'm not personally me, Lee Michael Hunt. I'm not saying white people are against me and my family. No, man. I understand that this is a land of opportunity. I also understand this is a land of oppression. I also understand that the minority do not want to lose control of their fucking minority. But the majority, I'm sorry. The majority do not want to lose control of their majority, and they want to keep that shit.
Well, shit. If you were the majority, wouldn't you want to be the majority? Let's flip shit upside down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it right now. Let's talk about this shit. If blacks were the fucking majority, would you want that shit flipped? Be real. Be fucking real.
I'm gonna be real. Since blacks were the original Hebrews, not the Israelites.
Oh my God, here we go with this Afrocentric bullshit.
I would think we'd be like, you know what? We done suffered hundreds and eons years of oppression. Let's go ahead and keep inviting motherfuckers in, like we did with the rap community. But that's a different story.
No, so I'm just saying, let's be real. Be real. Be real. If Hispanics were the majority, we'd want to keep it Hispanic.
Hey, listen. First of all, I've been under a lot of Hispanic people.
Let's be really real for a second. Let's be really fucking real.
Let's do it.
Who are the actual oppressors? Right now, you are the oppressor. You are you just said it. Rappers, entertainers, all these fucking people are the ones telling you that you're oppressed. They're the ones beating this mentality to your head right now. They are the ones telling you that the white man, this white system, this whatever is holding you back.
So that includes the white entertainers. That includes the white entertainers.
Your mouth right now.
Yeah, but that includes the white entertainers.
You are being oppressed. So
that includes the white entertainers. That includes the white entertainers that are saying, "Hey, this shit is fucked up." That we see that fucking. That white privilege.
Trying to sell records, man. They're just trying to sell records.
No, I'm talking about the entertainers, the movie people.
Right, they're just trying to sell tickets.
Man, I'm not gonna say this dude's name. So you mean to tell me my old captain, who's like, dude, listen, he told me personally, pull me aside. He's like, listen, man, I benefited personally from white privilege. I know it fucking exists. He said, I use it to my fucking advantage.
What? Give me an example of white privilege.
Yeah,
I'm not white. I can't give you an example of some shit that I don't know nothing about.
I'll tell you what he. I'll tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you what he probably fucking benefited from. Social economic fucking privilege. Now that is real.
That is real.
Now that right there is real. But I'll tell you what. If you want to break shit down into privileges, I guarantee you, I have the privilege of walking through South Central LA without having a fucking problem. Guarantee you. But I guarantee you that your old captain, if he walked through South Central LA, he'd probably have the privilege of becoming a victim.
Yeah, probably have the privilege of locking the doors quick. Privilege exists.
Locking the door.
Yeah. No, privilege exists. And if you don't believe me, I believe all different type of privileges exist. I can get grants that y'all can't get. Y'all can get grants that I can't get. It's different privileges. Now, I am not saying they don't exist. Mm-hmm. They exist.
It's actually reversed right now. You have more privileges than we do.
Give me $100. Give me $100. Privilege me with $100. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna cash app you. I'm gonna send my cash.
Bless my cash app.
But like I'm just being a smart ass with you right now, man.
If I'm a white person, I have to pay out of pocket my entire tuition. If I'm a black man, it's all free. Where's the white privilege?
We got 2 minutes. Are we coming back?
Oh shit! No, we're not. This is it. This is the last one. Hey y'all. Hey, good call on the time. Hey gentlemen, we're gonna definitely have to pick this one back up because honestly, if we do too much, bro, it's gonna fucking it'll blow people's heads off. They ain't ready for this combo. But anyway, y'all, seriously. As always, it's a pleasure having you on here. This time, I just sat back. I try to sit back and just let y'all go. It's like watching two pit bulls in the ring. Hey, it's great, though. It's great. Here's what I want people to take away from this. All right? After this ends, guess what happens? The conversations continue. The conversations still continue in the text messages between themselves as well. But here's the thing. Now, we might be far from each other's fucking political views, but we still respect each other. We still love each other. And if push came to shove, I guarantee you, Chooks is a couple of miles away from me. And I'd be like, Chooks, I'm having this fucking issue, dog. Can you help me out? Bam.
Yeah.
He'll be in a heartbeat. I guarantee you. Hey, yo, Hunt. Hey, I need to put hands on some motherfucker for touching my kids. I guarantee you. Bam. We'll be here in a fucking heartbeat. You know why? Because we're fucking family, y'all. Family will always be first. It's like a Thanksgiving dinner. We might talk shit to each other around the table, but we still gather around that table as family. With that being said, gentlemen, thank y'all for being here. Rounds complete. End the mission.
Hey, Chook, Saturday. You got to show everybody Saturday, dog. By Saturday, you got to show everybody.
Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.